Hey everybody, welcome to the Rollerboys, a D&D podcast. I am Anthony, your Dungeon Master, and I'd like to introduce the players. We have Michael. What do you play?
I play an out-of-shape half-orc arena fighter.
Brilliant. And Dan, how about you?
I play an obsessive gnome tinkerer.
Great. And finally, Jay.
I play a hulking, emotionally and mentally stunted rich kid.
I love it. So, without further disclaimer, here is our first season. We hope you enjoy it. Here are the Rollerboys. Episode 1, Heavily Mustachioed Janitors, or Of Dyson Men. Okay, so the sun rises over the lovely little dock that is Waterdeep. You hear fake crows crowing, real crows crowing, people finishing up their last night's activities and waking up to start their morning activities. You are in a subterranean secret bunker basement cellar device underneath the inn that is your current home of, what's the word? Well, how would you describe it? Like mischief, misgivings, grievance, whatever it is you guys get up to. This is where you are secreted away from the public right now to prevent any guards seeing you from your last night's activities. Some of you are in worse shape than others, but it was a good night's sleep, well deserved, that you got, and you are awoken to the sound of loud thudding coming from upstairs. There's 3 synchronous thuds in a row, and they seem to be timed very perfectly. They continue for easily over a minute, and this is the sound that wakes you up. It sounds like metal hitting wood from one of the upstairs rooms where you and Luanda previously did your organization for the Joe's breakout.
Do we know if Luanda's at home?
No, you've just woken up in your little cellar area, which has got a makeshift bed on a table and then 2 roll-out bedrolls that you guys are using. Teddy obviously still got those sweet, sweet injuries. And we'll just speed up some of the housekeeping here. Joe, would you like to roll? First of all, let's see if your time in the clink, your time in prison, left you with any mental scars.
Sounds good to me. 80.
That's awesome.
Thank you. Next question.
Joe, as you wake up, you start to see that the walls seem to wobble and move, and you see things, drag marks, appear and then disappear very, very quickly. And your perception of the world from your time in prison seems to be altered so much that you can't tell what is real and what is fake. Shaking your head, these illusions and visions disappear, but then they slowly come back. You now have disadvantage on all perception checks.
Sweet. Guys, I think someone's dosed my morning cup of coffee.
You were
the walls are all growing. And
you were in there for like 2 weeks. How did that happen? Anyway.
I have no idea.
Yeah. And Teddy, obviously, you have this, like a tummy ache, which medically is called internal bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And Gage, are you okay? Love and life?
Yes.
Wonder what's for breakfast?
Feeling great.
Hey, you got a haircut.
Do I?
Yeah, you
I rub my
I like the no eyebrows look.
head.
It's interesting.
What?
Creepy.
What happened? What happened? When did this happen? Where's my hair gone?
You don't know? You don't look very surprised by it, I have to say, Gage.
No, I guess no eyebrows.
Yeah,
Really
it's hard to tell.
good.
It looks good on you.
Well,
It looks good on you.
Thank you. I guess.
I thought it was
I don't need
intentional.
to shave. That's a good thing. Yeah, I'll sport it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, can you smoke? Remember there was also all the smoke that you did?
Smoke? Oh, yes, the fog cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
So
that happened around that time, did it?
Your hair kind of...
Huh.
Anyway, if anyone notices any of my organs popping out, can they just mention it to me? Because
That's okay.
I'm trying to keep a lid on it.
How are we going to know that they're yours?
I mean, they're probably mine. I don't think you guys seem...
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think all mine are accounted for.
Yes, same with mine.
Wait.
I hope so.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm all accounted for.
bang, bang, bang from upstairs.
Oh, that's right, the noise. Yeah.
Someone still hasn't got them to got the door.
That's the reason
Luanda.
why we woke up.
Am I going to get it? Or-
No, you look after your organs. I don't
It
mind.
doesn't seem to be coming from the door. It seems to be coming from the roof above you.
Oh, well, then we probably shouldn't disturb.
Is there anyone else?
Yes,
like,
Mackie
home?
is still working.
Oh, Mackie's.
Yeah, Luanda basically has this section not rented out, but cordoned off for her business. So Mackie was working in the room above you.
Right.
Mackie is the dwarf that was hired to open up the lockbox with the
The
scroll.
locksmith.
Do we have a broom?
In the corner, there's a small cupboard.
All right. I get a broom and quiet down, you kids.
Thanks, Teddy.
Okay.
That's what usually happens.
You hear 3 soft bangs after that. Bang, bang, bang.
Thank you.
Hey, that's probably Mackie working out that safe that we got them.
Yes. Let's go check on him.
Yeah, why not?
Do 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 do.
Oh wait,
That's a lovely song. Let's go.
remember to put the mustaches on.
Oh, wait, do we still have...
Yes, you still have
put
your
that.
fake mustaches.
All right, well, pass mine here.
As you go up the stairs, you find...
Wait, I've got yours. Here, wait. That's what.
Oh, sorry, I see, yes.
That would have been embarrassing.
As you guys breach the stairs, you find a lever that will open up the bookshelf that Luanda used to get in. You pull it down, it slides open to the side, and you can see Luanda's room in there. On the bed, laid out are 3 uniforms, basically. They look like workers' uniforms, sort of dull grey shirts and pants with shoes. It doesn't look like they will fit you well, but it looks like they've been tailored: a small one, a medium one, and a very, very large one.
Looks like Luanda had fun in here last night. Oh. Wonder who these belong to.
The other thing...
Still cleaning up.
The other thing atop each of the uniforms is 3 fake mustaches, freshly pressed for you. You assume for you.
I stroked my half peeling off mustache. I'm like, look, I don't want to jump the gun, but it's looking like these are probably for us. But until we're specifically told, I'm hesitant to just wear them.
That's true,
I
yes.
don't want to assume, so I guess, but
No. Do we hear the banging still? Are we any closer?
That's a constant companion for you guys now. That's sort of consistently going throughout the day. Throughout the morning, rather. You can hear some scuffling about just outside, and you know, because you've been through this building, just outside is a common area that has people come and go, they'll rent rooms from there, drink, and also get their breakfast from outside. So you can hear a small commotion. This is a small tavern style area. It's not the large ones that that do exist in Waterdeep. This one is far smaller, probably about sort of 10 square meters for the whole common area to absorb. So but then there's a staircase that leads up to more rooms. Luanda's is the only room besides the owner's on the first floor. So if you go outside, you'll be in a common area, and then you can go upstairs to where Mackie was cordoned off to work on the chest.
Yes, I might go say hi to Mackie.
Yeah, I'll come too.
See how his progress is going.
Hey, what time in the morning is it?
It's probably about 9 a.m.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you guys
You
had a
said
little...
slept for 12 hours. I was like, it could be 4 in the afternoon.
You guys move outside. You open the door, and you're greeted with 2 people sitting down in this large common space. They seem to be munching on some kind of bread. They don't pay you much attention. You see Luanda is walking down the stairs right now. She glances in your direction, gives you a quizzical look, and then scans the room very, very quickly. And outside of that, it seems quiet. She holds her hand up, ushers you forward towards the stairs.
I go towards the stairs.
All right.
Yes, fellow.
hi.
The 2 eating their
Luanda.
breakfast look up and over to you for a split second, scan you up and down, seeing your blood-stained clothes for a little bit, and then go back to their bread, sort of not really bothering too much with what's going on.
Hey, some kind of bread. What's up, guys?
The older one of the 2, an older lady, goes, "Huh. That is all.
Yeah, that's all I have to. Yeah.
Luanda has already started moving upstairs behind you. You follow in suit behind, and
Yes.
she opens the door to Mackie's room, where you can see him working with a small hammer and what looks like a chisel, but also it's halfway between a chisel and a nail. It seems like a very specific device for a specific purpose, and he seems to be chiseling out sections of the metal that make a lock. He's working very delicately, and then in between this chiseling, he gets a large mallet out and just whacks the thing on the top 3 times. Bang, 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 just to see if anything happens. He waits very briefly after the 3 bangs, and then he goes back and chisels fractions, minuscule sand amounts off this lock. He turns around to you, seeing that the door open, and goes, yes, come in. I'm nearly done.
Hey, Mackie. How much longer?
It shouldn't be too much longer. As soon as I get just the right amount here. And he chisels the tiniest grains of sand off this lock. He grabs the mallet again and thwacks down on it. And you hear, after the 3 thwacks, nothing happens. There's just an awkward silence. And then you hear the lock click open and falls to the ground beneath it. Mackie stands up and does a power pose in front of all you and goes, "Got it!"
Oh,
Hey.
that's cool.
Congrats. Well done.
You can see heavy bags under his eyes. He's got magnifying glasses that are movable to and from his actual glasses to amplify his vision. But you can see he has been working tirelessly.
Is Luanda in the room
Yes,
with us?
she is.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's got a pretty stern face on right now. She seems like, you've known her the longest, Joe. She seems happy about what's happening, but still a little bit worried in general. She keeps a very stern face on most of the time.
Nice. I was thinking of stealing what was ever in the chest. Now I won't.
Yeah.
I'm happy just to look into it if possible.
What's in it?
Yeah, I want to check out these schematics.
Just like the ending of Pulp Fiction, the chest opens up and inside you can see a roll of paper inside. Mackie, looking down on it, goes, "Well, that wasn't very exciting." Turns to Luanda and says, "It's done. Pay up." Luanda moves forward.
Wait, who's paying?
Luanda moves up, cuts a small bag from her back pocket, throws it to Mackie and goes, "It's all there. You know I'm good for it." Mackie turns around, bids all of you goodbye, and starts
Hey,
walking.
whoa, Mackie. Do you have like a card or
Yes.
something we could grab off you?
About to ask that myself.
Yeah, great. I love where your head's
yes.
at.
His eyes gleam a little bit, looking at all 3 of you and going, "A prospective business, of course. He pulls out, it's not so much a card as a rune stone. This is direct contact to me.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Cool.
I put the rock in my pocket.
Yep, perfect.
As if I know what to do with it. I'm just like, oh, thanks.
Rad.
Yeah, I'll just look you up on this when I
Yeah, we'll have a beer and maybe see a play.
rock or, yeah.
There's some really good plays going on, guys.
Mackie quizzically looks you up and down and goes, yeah, that sounds all right. Turns around, walks back down the stairs.
Love your work, Mackie.
He gives you some finger
Yeah,
guns
Maggie.
on his way out, and he goes, "Love your work, Gage," and spins on his heels and walks downstairs. You can see as he's walking downstairs, he's flicking through the little bag that Luanda gave him, just sort of idly thumbing through some of the coins in there. And Luanda, like a cat, has pounced on this box.
Sorry, can I just have a look at the sending stone he gave me?
Yeah. So it's got a ruin, not a ruin, like a rune, R-U-N-E.
A ruin.
A ruin.
I can read these ruins.
These ruins. It's got a rune on it, like a skipping stone, perfectly circular. It's got the dwarven letter for M on it, Mackie, obviously. And the idea is that when you use it, when you sort of rub your thumb across it, you will be able to send a message to Mackie and he will receive it.
Can I give it a go?
Yeah, of course you can. What do you say to him?
I rub my finger along the stuff.
Yep. You
just
see that a blue light sheens across it.
Say, is it working? Does this look like it's working for you? I think it's on.
What?
I think. Oh, how do I? Hold on.
Can
Can I like rub my finger?
Halfway through the last part there, can I rub my? It's sort of the sheen disappears. The way that the opposite way to the thumb that was rubbed.
Oh well, we'll figure this out at
that's
some
cool.
point.
It glows a little less dully. And then after a while, it illuminates in a red color this time. He goes, yeah, you're meant to, when you've got a job for me, that's how it works. Don't make me regret giving this to
Hey, Maggie.
Don't make me regret giving this to you. It's like a one-way, like you send a message and then I send and it cuts off.
Okay, how rude.
I think we're call him back.
All right, okay.
We got cut off.
I'll call him.
All right.
Is it recording now?
I press the button.
Yep.
I
Yep.
say, "Hey, sorry, we were just testing out how it works. Teddy wants to."
Oh, we got cut off. So where you now?
And then it stops shining at where you now. You can, after a few seconds, it comes back on. It goes, I'm not here right now. I'll take these messages later. Goodbye. And then
I hope he's all right.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago he left here. You think he would... Oh, shit. Should we go look for him?
Yeah, he knows how to reach us.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got our runes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where Artemis is. Now Maggie? Maginald.
Mackie. CK. Luanda is aggressively inspecting this scroll. You can see she's unfurled it. The case now completely empty.
Can I sidle up next to her?
Oh,
Check
yeah,
that?
you totally
That's
can.
not bad.
So what you see is intricate drawings of a machine. It's probably the size of, for us, it's the size of a microwave, roughly speaking. It has letters. It's a typewriter, guys. We're dealing with a typewriter right now. It has letters on the front face and a small area where paper can be placed and then printed upon. It's entirely mechanical. This is what Gage picks up. Joe and Teddy aren't going to get this much. Just with your passive, this is how you're getting. But if you'd like to make a tinkering roll,
Oh, yes.
I would graciously accept that.
Please.
Imagine how many people this thing can call. Look at all the runes on that.
23.
That's a good number. Okay, so the first thing that you notice is that this would be really easy to make. It would be like, it's just some metal parts that would be easily created. You could mass produce this fairly simply.
Oh, great.
That's the first thing you notice. The second thing you notice is that after studying the schematics for a couple of seconds, you look over and you go, that wouldn't work. You notice now that there's some gear placements inside it. There's some springs that would basically bump against each other and cause the whole device to fail.
Yeah. Well, there's a problem right there.
You then realize that it was put in there deliberately. The springs are put in there that all you need to do is replace one of the springs and rotate the other one 90 degrees, and it would work perfectly fine.
Right. So it's sort of like a design sabotage.
Yes, exactly. And you know that if someone was drawing this up, there would be no way to put that mistake in unless they
It's intentional.
did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we want to keep that under our hats.
Gage has all of this information in his bald noggin right now.
Does Luanda look any does she seem to notice this mistake?
No, she's looking over the picture. Can you roll me a quick insight check here?
Sure. 16.
16. She doesn't seem that interested in the schematics themselves. She is looking in the bottom right corner where you see some text written in common. The text reads as thus. It says, issued by Zan Tuftler, lead engineer of Lantan.
Zan Tuftler?
Zan Tuftler. That's printed down the bottom in handwritten cursive, and you can see a strange symbol that you may or may not have ever seen before. It's 5 gears, sort of in the same shape as the Olympic rings, that sort of like zigzag?
Yep.
Yes, 5 gears all lined up, and that's printed into a wax stamp on the right of this statement. She's looking at those words very quizzically. It's almost disbelief, but it's also a little bit of wise, like, what's going on?
I'd say to Teddy, like, it must work, like, through our brains or something. I've never... It's so smooth.
Is there a string in it? Like a little string?
Can I check the runestone for a string?
Okay. Yep. You look it over. On the other side, it is rock. And if you flip it over again, you see the same rune you saw you saw the first time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't see. Can I toss it to Teddy?
Yeah, of course you can.
I catch it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like,
Yep. You give it a rub.
Give it a toss. Flick.
Yep.
Flick.
I think it's neato.
Do any more? There's no lights coming on.
Do you rub your finger across it in that same fashion? Nope. Okay. Well then, no. You move it around as much as you want. Doesn't seem to
Shake it.
Yep.
Put it up to my ear.
Put it up to your ear. You listen for it.
Yeah. Do I hear anything?
You hear the sound of silence.
I hear silence.
Ooh, maybe it's one of them magic silence rocks. Which is weird because we heard it talk to us like not some minutes ago.
Yeah.
No, like
Which is
seconds ago. Like this is all happening very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, for a silent rock, it's probably the most noisy rock I've ever seen in my entire life.
Flip up.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of my tongue to the. little taste.
It's warm and like a little like not wet but like damp, you know? Like someone's been holding it for a while. Yeah.
Bit sweaty.
Yeah, just
What? Why did we come up here again, looking around the room? There was a reason. Why did we come?
The noisy kids. Something.
the Mackey's workshop room in quotation marks there has been now basically emptied out. He took his bag full of his mallet and his toys and tools, and now it just contains a bed, a table, and this lockbox. Looking around, a window streams out into the street outside, the main street that you actually came down last night unconscious. Oh, were you? Yes, you were. Unconscious and used as a makeshift bed. You can see now that people are getting about their daily business. The streets of Waterdeep are quite busy here. There do seem to be guards moving about, but that is normal for this time of day. But you do now know that if you were to go outside, those mustaches are going to come in handy.
I'll ask Lawanda. I say, so who's this Zan Tuftler? Did he or she design this contraption?
She turns to you and says, I have no idea who he or she is. This is just a bit strange, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to contact our buyer and move this thing on. It must be like a collector's item or something, some kind of artifact.
Well, there seems to be a bit of an issue with it. I can already see a problem in the design structure.
What do you mean? Is it fake?
Well, no. It's just wouldn't work in this current design. I mean, I can see quite a large flaw.
The schematic wouldn't work.
Yes.
Her eyes shift left and right. You can see some calculations going on in her head.
So, Luanda, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that we nearly died? We were sent out. I got put in jail to pick up a set of faulty blueprints.
Now, Joe, who here knows of these blueprints outside of this room?
I have no idea. Probably.
Well, maybe
Our red head elf.
Mackie,
Florist.
and then all the people that we killed in
Mackie
Aquarium.
Mackie doesn't know that there's any kind of problem. You're sure about this problem, Gage?
Yes, I can. It's staring me right in the face, saying,
Well, look,
"Hello, look at me. I'm faulty."
I don't think that's a problem for us, Joe. That wasn't our job, was it? Our job was to get the schematics, not find out if they work, right? Our buyer's still buying it, so...
Well, I mean, I would agree entirely.
Yeah, so...
But why would you make a design of a faulty product?
Gage,
People want all sorts of stupid things.
maybe it's an art piece, you know?
Yes, but everything else is functional and serves a purpose, but this one is just blatantly wrong. I mean, I can see an easy fix, and design-wise, it would be sound.
Well, Gage, not everything in this world, I'm quickly learning, needs to make sense. Take this, for example. Can I throw him the stone?
You can, yes.
What do you make of that?
You instantly know what it is. It's a one-way sending stone that can communicate 3 times a day, and they've used 2 of it already.
Now, earlier, and this is going to sound crazy, but stay with me.
Yes.
This rock was talking to me.
It's true. I
Teddy
was
heard
there.
it. I'm not insane.
Like a trivial children's toy.
Yes, well, this is a magical item which has 3 uses, and 2 have been used already.
Oh, well,
So,
I sort of wish we had run this past you first.
yes, well, I mean...
Oh, so we
in
got
my
one
opinion-
more?
Yeah.
Oh, what should I say?
Oh, geez. I didn't even
Yeah.
think. I mean, that is true. It's probably fair that we let Gage use.
Okay, yeah.
Have you got anything you want to say to
Yeah.
Mackie?
Not yet. Maybe I'll call him later. And,
All right. Well, we only get 3 a day.
yeah. Save this one.
I'll save it until the
Save
end
the
of the
last
day. We're going to get 3 more tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be we're just leaving messages
Can-
on the table if you don't.
Can we save them up?
The charges? No, definitely not. No, it's a yes, three a day max, this sort of thing.
I guess that's still pretty cool.
Yes.
Sometimes things just work the way they are. Sometimes schematics are just drawn the way that they are.
Yes,
The way that they be.
Yeah, they only work 3 times.
My theory would be not to question it too much and just sell it for the most amount of money we can get.
But but it's flawed. It's quite maddening for me, personally,
Oh,
to
what,
see
you-
such a chaotic.
Do you think you could draw up better schematics?
Yes.
Well,
Oh, really?
okay.
Sweet.
I'll tell you what. How about I let you make a copy of these schematics
Yes.
for your share of the cut?
Sure. That. Well, it would be a pleasure to rectify this
Yeah.
monstrosity.
So you make a copy now. I'll go contact our buyer.
Okay.
And then you can make whatever changes you want to the copy. Just leave the original, because he wants it like that, you know?
Okay. Well, who am I to argue
Exactly.
with?
I mean, you know, like there's some reason this guy. I mean, let's not get in his way.
It doesn't seem mysterious at all.
Yeah. So I'll get to copying on that right away.
Okay. So Luanda looks around the room, seeing Teddy holding in his insides, and goes, "We should probably find someone to help out with that, huh?"
Yeah, it doesn't feel great. I mean, I think they're all accounted for, but I mean, there's probably some bits lying. I mean, you know, like I said to the other guys, if you find any bits, they're probably mine.
And I thought he smelled bad.
Just put them on
the
my bed or
outside.
whatever.
The only issue, Teddy, that I see is you're wanted fugitives now. So if we can't get a doctor, we can't just get a regular doctor. But don't worry, I've got a friend that's very, very good at this type of thing. The only problem is that because, you know, he's got to do it on the down low, you know, on the keeping it real secret, it might cost a little bit of money. It might if it's too much, if it's too much, like you can keep going around and like that's fine. But you know, for the low cost of your share of this take, I could get my friend in and he'll fix you right up.
Well, I mean, certainly there has to be some sort of danger pay for this type of.
Oh, exactly,
job that
exactly.
He's covered, right?
I mean, nothing's actively falling out.
The danger pay is for my friend to come in and work on a wanted criminal.
Oh, I see.
Well, whose fault is it that he's wanted? I mean,
Hey, I
this
offer
would be
you.
just an ordinary criminal.
I offer you the jobs. You take them. Okay. I mean,
we took him in exchange for money.
Yeah, and I'm offering you these services. You don't have to take them as well. Like you didn't have to take the jobs. You don't have to take these generous olive branches I'm reaching out for you with.
Fine.
No. I think this is Teddy's decision. Teddy, do you want to be in pain?
Look at those
See,
veins.
he's fine.
Just trying to think.
Yeah, that looked like it.
Well, I mean, I will just see how we go. Let's see how we go. I mean, it's only been a couple of hours.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's fine. Ted. Look,
probably-
hey, you tell me when you have any problems, and I'll get my guy.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Is it Mackie?
it's no. It's not Mackie. He works
Maggie.
on. No, not Mac. It's. Never mind. No, it's not Maggie.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
You know.
Sure.
Yeah. No, Mackie wouldn't do well with humans. He does locks.
Yeah, the locks.
Yeah. Those aren't people. Locks aren't people.
We need a people picker is what we need.
People picker. That's what we need, Gage. So, do you guys have any, before we jump into some less narratively time, do you have any questions about these schematics? Because you're about to get some time alone with them while she goes to contact the
time
buyers.
alone.
Yes.
The schematics.
It's going to take you...
Give me a while,
Damn
guys.
Gage.
I'm just going to leave the runestone here. You call us when you're done. You don't want to
You call
come back
Mackie
too
when you're
early.
done.
Yeah.
And I saw some pretty amazing mustaches downstairs.
Oh, yes. Those are your disguises in case you need to be up and about today. I figured there's lots to do for our next little excursion.
Wait, what?
What?
Next one.
Listen,
Is this like the last one where we had like fully automated choice to turn it down if we so wished?
listen, Joe. Why don't Gage? You enjoyed this schematic here.
Oh, so what?
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, never mind.
Hey,
Joe, can I talk to you privately? Just in the corner here.
Oh, sure. Fellas, can we have the room?
sure. Just get out of the way.
I've just always wanted to do that to someone.
Okay, Teddy, do you leave the room?
You want me to leave the room?
Just give us a second. We need to have a.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, fine,
you
I'll
and
go.
Luanda, or
I get yes.
okay, well,
Yes, everyone's at their time.
copyright in another room.
Okay, Teddy goes up. I go outside and I just stand right like at the door.
Yep.
Just like a forlorn dog waiting for its owner.
I get it. Luanda waits for these two to leave, impressed by your power play, and she says, "You messed up. Real bad."
I mean, I know that.
Okay, you guys gotta lay real low, and I think it would be best if you guys left Waterdeep for a while, just until everything simmers down.
Where are we meant to go? I'm an
don't-
arena fighter. How do I do that on the DL?
Yeah, well, that's
Luanda?
not gonna be a thing you can do anymore. Everyone knows that you got broken out. It is the talk of the town, and there's a lot of people looking for you right now.
Okay, so like what? A mustache and a cleaner's uniform. That's your A+ Luanda plan.
Well, that wasn't for you. That was for Teddy and Gage.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sweet. So what exactly is your master plan here?
We're gonna have to sneak you out.
Sneak me out.
Yes.
All right. Oh, to where?
Anywhere, I don't care. Just pick a place and go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you going to help us do that?
I will. You will have my services. I've got a coach driver that can take you to the gates. All right. But after that, you're on your own.
Okay. And we really had to have this in private. I'm going to feel like an asshole just repeating this to my mates.
They're so sweet. I didn't want to hurt their feelings.
Right, so I have to.
Well, yeah, they're your friends, okay?
All right, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to have to break the news that we have a coach driver waiting for us.
Not now, because I don't think Teddy will last too long. Just the bleeding everywhere is what worries me right now.
Yeah, it's fighter's blood. So this guy you were talking about, you trust him, he's legit.
Yeah, that part will be fine. The crux of it is, we need to get all three of you out.
That makes sense. Look, I've just woken up. I had a really big day. We're all a bit on edge, but that actually sounds fine with me. If anything, I appreciate you looking after us.
It's okay. We've got the secret bunker, which we can stow you away from in while we make arrangements. But
no, I mean
your faces are everywhere.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Can you let the guys back in when you?
Oh yes, of course.
Sweet, thank you.
You hear a soft scratching at the door.
Luanda moves to the door. Before she opens it, she turns back around and goes, I'm sorry it worked out this way, Joe. I really am. I'll help you in whatever way I can.
Me too, Luanda. Me too.
She opens the door. So
Hi, Luanda.
she goes, oh, hi, Teddy.
So we're going, I guess.
No, Joe wants you back in here. I'm just going to go make some arrangements.
Yeah.
She sees Gage as well, waves to a vacant face. She moves downstairs, away from you guys, and you now have Mackie's room upstairs. This inn is very, very untraveled. There's no other guests that you can see. So you can basically move around here very easily. No problems at all. But if you want to leave, there are those fake mustaches.
Well, we heard everything.
I was going to say, I'm assuming you guys were
Door.
listening. Excellent. Well,
You what? Sorry?
it's looking like we're going to have to move on from Waterdeep for the time being.
Oh.
Our heat is too hot.
Right.
We're going to get made if we keep hanging out here.
Made. When you say made,
people are
into
gonna
what?
made into even more jailed than we are currently.
I
We'll
see.
be made into prisoners,
Right.
and not cool prislaw
Yes.
prisoners.
Prislaw is just...
This time it probably will be butt stuff.
Yeah.
Prislaw just, outgrew himself, I guess. I mean,
What would Prislaw do?
Hey, guys, come on. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
We all know the real Prislaw's right here. And I tap my chest.
I
And then I
tap
take-
my hole.
no, I'm Prislaw.
Damn right.
Yeah.
We're all Prislaw.
Yeah.
So, we've got
I've lost control.
we've got transport waiting to get us out of the city when we're ready
fresh-
to go.
Fresh mustaches.
I mean, I suppose the biggest thing we have to decide is where we're going to go now.
I'm a little concerned of what I'm going to look like with, just a mustache and no other hair on my...
Wait, how many
my person.
mustaches do we have now?
We've got a couple, because I'm thinking, I think you're about to have the same thought as me. I'll let you go
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. I just peel my mustache off and I put it on one of your eyebrows.
Yes! I do the same thing.
Oh,
Exactly right.
Thanks,
Hey,
guys.
now we know.
Yeah.
We can read your emotions.
Yeah, that's great, because I've got so many.
Well, it looks great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the
You
different
need to
colours, it's
express
fine.
yourself.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of nice.
no, I like it. Thank you. What great friends you are.
Now we got to find new disguises.
Oh, well, we got the mustaches on.
Oh, yeah,
we
of
got-
course. Sorry, I forgot we
fresh
had
ones. He's
like,
got
way
a crappy
too many.
old ones on his
Yeah.
stuck to his forehead.
I'm wiggling my eyebrows.
Oh, look at him go!
Excellent. All right, well, that's
when
checked
try
off.
these mustaches. On.
And when is this going down? When are we leaving the city then on this car?
Sooner rather than later.
Okay.
But I got the feeling we had like a day or two in pocket.
Sure.
Or possibly even longer.
Yeah.
Possibly longer.
Well, I mean, I guess I should tell you guys now that I don't really have any ties. My shop is gone, so I can leave.
I've got family here, but I mean, they're less fun though than you guys. So I don't really acknowledge me ever,
Right.
Which is strange, but
And sad.
it's fine. It's fine.
They might once they hear you're out running around having crazy mustache adventures.
Guess
With your friends.
yeah. That was internal. That was Teddy's internal. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of earn.
And the eyebrows go crazy.
Yeah, well, you could just, earn a name for yourself, and
Teddy.
well,
That's a
Yeah,
fine name, Teddy.
that is a great name. Suits you.
They already know that name though.
That's okay.
Prislaw.
That's been taken as well, I think, though. That might get confusing. Well, I got to say,
Where are we going?
well, I think that's what we're trying to decide now. None of us have any ties tying us to Waterdeep at the moment that we need to stay here, so we may as well keep moving forward, keep moving out.
Yes, well, the only issue I've got is that I've lost my master and my entire workshop to another dimension. But
Ooh,
it's
when
not in
did this
Waterdeep
happen?
anymore.
what?
No,
Is everything okay?
yes. Well,
Well, when were you going to? Should we go after him?
well,
Holy what?
I
Maybe
would
that's
like
where we
to,
could go.
but
we could go to that dimension.
well, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem too.
God, just to be clear, you two, if I get trapped in another dimension, I want you two to come and rescue me. I don't want none of this mustache lollygagging like, oh, should we maybe go and get him? I want to be got.
Oh, that's Landlander's fault.
hey,
we were going to go the night of, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we got you out of prison,
we didn't know
so
where you were.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that was very much appreciated.
can't be too much crazier than that.
No.
Not just another plane of existence.
Do you know which dimension?
After a little bit of research, I believe I sent my workshop to Limbo, a chaotic dimension, and you can see he's sort of wincing when he's saying this.
Because I've got to be honest, Gage, I'm really only familiar with this astral plane that we're on currently.
Right.
This is my first, my last, my everything.
The material plane, yes, is where we do reside.
I'm sorry, what did you call?
The material plane.
Ooh. Is that our name for...
Yes, this is our dimension, essentially.
It suits.
Yes. On an unfortunate attempt to repair a client's clock, and I hold up the pocket watch. This one, actually, I failed to realize the magic within the watch, and
it was within all of us.
Yes, and it transported my entire workshop to the plane. And I mean, I've never told anyone this, so here goes. But I left my master there. I tried to save him.
So you went to
yes,
the...
oh,
wow.
That's how I do these magic things, is because I was sent there. I assume, because once I returned after tweaking this clock, but no, I couldn't save my master, and I am forever living with that guilt and shame.
Well, I feel like I owe you an apology. Now knowing this, I'm much more thankful that you didn't let me just leap to my death instead of feather falling me.
Well, yeah, you know.
Honestly, I didn't think you had it within you.
Yes.
Just to let me, but now knowing that you left your mind, I appreciate that you feel bad about it.
Oh, well, yes. That's
I mean,
fine, I think. Yes.
I'm thinking we should probably go and see what we can do to get this guy.
You know, if it comes up, you know, it would be nice to save him for sure. But
to the limbo dimension.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be just.
It sounds difficult, is what I'm saying. But I thought I'd just let you guys know that. I mean, that's just my baggage.
No, I mean, look, that's something that we could all help out with. I'm glad that you shared with the group.
Yes. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, no worries. Look, now that we're doing cards on the table, I know you know, but you might not know, Teddy. I'm an orphan. I was raised in an orphanage. So instead of having, family that ignored me, I just had, other regular people that ignored me.
Oh.
But anyway, they're trying to shut that orphanage down, and it was very nice to me.
You can have my family.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, well, I mean, we could just go to Teddy's house and crash there for a while, probably.
Yeah, would they be cool with us?
I was going to say, we are sort
we'll
of
have
criminals.
To sneak in, probably. And hide from everyone.
Okay, well, then that sounds like that might be an issue.
Well, we got mustaches.
That's true.
No, we should probably just pack it up and make a new start somewhere else.
Get a new family.
Yes.
Hey, this is just crazy, but hear me out. We could finally open that flower shop.
Hey. Yeah. Nothing would make me happier.
Pocket watches and fucking forget-me-nots. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pocket watches and posies.
There you go.
That's the name.
Yeah. I mean, look now. 10 minutes ago, guys, I was a bit worried that we didn't have a strong, solid plan to go forward with. Now,
we're just digging deep in our personal backstory.
All right. Look, I'll start by looking up my ABN.
Should we go interview that flower shop lady to get tips?
Yes.
It's about time we went back.
In a mustache.
So the sorry to cut.
No, please. Please.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I was enjoying that. That was my favorite. I got to sit back, get my stretches in. So, Gage, you know that it's going to take maybe an hour or two to copy these schematics down.
Mm-hmm.
Luanda's gone off to make contact with the buyer and hopefully sort out a trade. And so she'll be back roughly in a couple of hours as well. Teddy and Joe, is there anything you like to do, or just want to hang around the tavern while this goes down?
Yeah, no, I think we're happy to hang.
All right.
I mean,
keeps playing with his wound. Teddy just keeps playing with his wound.
Yep. And like you can hear a voice of a parental figure saying, "Don't pick at that." Okay, the morning turns into midday. You can hear the hustle and bustle of the outside world get a little louder, get a little softer over lunch, and then get a little louder as lunch is done. Downstairs, a few patrons came in to enjoy some kind of meal. Gage, you didn't hear any of this. Completely absorbed in your work.
Mm-hmm.
You copy the schematics down. Do you remove the mistake, or do you keep it in for prosperity? Like, how does this work?
Yeah, I fixed the mistake.
Mhm.
I want. Yeah. I don't think I could copy it if it was faulty.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. You copy it down in excruciating detail. You get this lovely little typewriter schematic, which is totally what you have now. And you've still got the original untouched. Can you make a history check for me?
Yes. 19.
That's quite good. Lantan. Zan Tuffler. So remember that the note down the bottom said issued by Zan Tuffler, lead engineer of Lantan.
Lantan.
So Lantan is a small island, quite just off the coast of Chult, actually. It's very, very isolated, and you know that Lantan actually got obliterated in the Spell Plague, but it was a hive of technological marvels. The gnomes,
gnomish,
the gnomes that live there, allegedly, according to some kind of legend, were on the brink of creating workable mechanical airships and teleportation circles that worked purely off non-magical ways, if that makes sense. They like particle matter style stuff. That's what we're dealing with. The gnomes are stuff of legend. But you also know that island was wiped out in the Spell Plague, and there's been no inhabitants that you know of. So this is obviously an older schematic of something that's been like dug up or something like that.
Spell Plague.
Well, interesting you should say that. You've got a very high investigation, don't you?
Yes.
It doesn't look that old.
Okay.
It looks quite new, actually. Like, definitely in more recent times than the Spell Plague. So either this is a copy or this is new.
Interesting.
What's
Okay.
that, Gage?
Oh, just thinking about history and this.
I mean, like, yeah, you kind of stopped talking mid-sentence there, dude.
Sorry, just
You said interesting.
dwelling on this. This schematic. It appears to be newer than I originally thought it was. It's from an island that was apparently wiped out, but this looks actually newer than the disaster that befell it.
No, that's pretty tricky.
Yes, it's quite puzzling. There's still a community there and still creating mechanical machines.
Well, until somebody stole their blueprints.
Yes. That is true.
blueprints that didn't work.
Well, this original one wouldn't have worked. I mean, it is poorly designed, but it's such a fault that it appears intentional, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I do that all the time.
How do you mean? Sorry.
Well, you know, when you make a mistake that's so bad, people are like, oh, he must have meant to do that.
Oh, yes. Just owning it.
It's like my signature move, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's like that, but design-wise.
All right, cool.
I don't know what it means, but just filling you in.
I'm no good at schematics. I don't really have an eye for design. How big is this guy? Like 4, 5 stories?
Oh, no, not at all. Probably more and I just indicate with my
The size of a cat.
The size of, yeah.
All right. So cat-sized.
Yes,
One
too
and
many
a half cats.
stories.
You know,
All right, well, that's significantly smaller than what I like. How does it attack then if it's not enormous?
Well,
I was thinking these bits here come out and clearly like hammer whatever you were trying to.
yes, it sort of attacks the paper with ink marks to create words, and it's like a mechanical writing device.
No. Like a chisel.
Yes, like a chisel, but with less chiseling that you have to do.
So we could just talk into that stone.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think we're all set for, like, writing implements and stuff.
This is a marvel in technology, and
yeah, well, you're hoping
I'm ashamed of your ignorance, to be honest.
I mean, hey, look, we only found out about this rock, like, a minute or two ago, a handful of minutes. But yeah, it would be great if instead of instantaneously sending an audio message to someone, it, like, made markings on a bit of thing that we could, like, hand to somebody else.
Yes, but some people prefer the more old-fashioned and magic devices, and some people prefer the more updated technological ways to...
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm thrilled that this is non-magical. I thought for sure it was going to be some sort of doomsday, magic wand.
Yes, well, yes, I was sort of...
Yeah, that hammer
scared
hammer machine.
Yeah.
Yes, I certainly wouldn't want to, retrieve schematics for a weapon of sorts that could create devastation. Bit of a relief there.
What are you thinking of doing with these schematics? I mean, do we want to build it?
Well, I'm not sure what Luanda wants to do with it, to be honest. How well do you know
She was just going to send over the plans to whoever asked her for it, isn't she? She just sort of acquired.
And she gets paid for that, I would imagine, right?
Yes, probably.
Speaking of which, you hear hurried footsteps up the stairwell towards the door, and then the secret knock on the door. Luanda opens the door.
Hello?
Luanda, what's the point of a secret knock if you're just going to enter anyway?
I hadn't really thought of that.
You always just barge in. I appreciate that you're knocking.
I just didn't know if Gage was going to be doing something weird or not.
Well, that's why we have the secret knock.
Yeah.
So if you don't hear
that, just doing something weird. We spent a while together while you're in prison.
Yeah. Look, come in.
Oh, yes. So I've got good news and I've got better news. Which one do you want first?
The good.
Good.
Good and then better.
Very good. So if you do the very good first,
it's all relative, isn't it? I mean, if it's a worse news than the good news, then
if only there was somebody we could call to help us out.
Shall we call Mackie? See what he thinks.
I'll speculate what he thinks.
Look, Luanda, which one do you think we should hear first?
Oh my god, I don't care. What is wrong?
Well,
Joe.
Hey, man. We clearly needed like another couple of minutes to collect our thoughts.
Okay. I'll come back.
No, you're here now. Just please.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you then. Okay, first of all, first things first.
Yes.
Buyer on his way. We're all good to go. We'll get this thing done and dusted. You guys can get paid. No.
Are we required for that?
No, not at all.
Okay, cool.
In fact, I would actually prefer you guys be off the scene, which brings me to the better news. I got you guys another gig.
oh,
Hey, okay.
Yeah, you interested? It's real simple. It's legit work.
Is this more thievery?
No.
Like...
Quite to the opposite.
we're putting something back.
Well, geez, you guys are hard to deal with. No, got me. No, it's legit work. So what we're going to be doing is some fella down the road. His name's Brian, I believe. He's got some kind of problem in his basement. There's some. It was very rushed, and he's an odd fellow. I'll give you that much. Brian, 2 blocks down, he owns Brian's Item Shop. Yeah, he's got something in his basement, and he wants someone to go down and take care of it. He's paying good money for it. So I thought
That sounds like an absolute right up our alley.
Yeah, look, knowing how these things go, there's probably some rats in his basement. Just go down there, step on some rats. He's a bit eccentric, so, just play along.
Have we met Brian before? Like, he's obviously like, general shop sort of person around town.
Are you asking Anthony or asking Luanda?
Sorry, I'm asking Anthony. I should have made that clear at the start.
You haven't. You have not met Brian. In fact, the shop down the road was vacant until about a week ago when this place opened up.
How suspicious.
Very suspicious.
So
here's what I figure. I'll go make the deal. You go over there, maybe just saunter down over this afternoon after it gets a bit dark and there's not so many people walking around. I'll sell a schematic. You guys squash some rats. We'll meet up here for drinks, and then we'll organize a way out of Waterdeep.
Sure.
That sounds totally fine. What could possibly go wrong?
So 2 doors down from here?
Yeah. It's just around the corner. I bumped into him on my way back here. And I thought, this is a job that the fellas can sort out.
I'll pack the bombs.
No. Okay? Teddy? Do you have any left? No, I know you don't. Because of what everyone was telling me happened. I know you're out. And Gage, don't go making any more either, all right?
Well, I mean, I definitely could.
Yeah, I know you could. That's my worry. All right?
Didn't you say this guy has something in his basement?
Yeah. He just wants something taken care of in his basement.
Yeah, I think, wouldn't it be smarter to have at least, like, just in case, explosives?
What? No, you don't want to blow his shop up. He won't be able to pay you.
Yeah, we're not talking, like, massive amounts of damage. I'm just, knock down a wall sort of thing.
No, like, you'll be under his shop. If you knock down a wall, it'll bring the whole place down.
That's true, yes.
It's just I don't want to make 2 trips, but as long as, I'm happy to check it out first. I just think it would, like, fine. No, don't. It's cool. But if we come back, you'll know that we're back for explosives.
Okay, there's no explosives here. And she looks to the corner of her room. I'm taking those.
Fair enough. Our disguises are downstairs, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
All right.
Gage, are you done with the schematics? Can I bundle them up?
Yes.
Thank you. Everything you need? Everything you need there?
Bear in mind that I did restore the workability of this machine, so I fixed the problem in my copies.
Oh, but not in the original?
No.
Perfect. Let's leave that for him. And if he has any further questions, we'll deal with it.
So you're sort of, you're selling him the...
I'm selling him what he asked me to get, my dear boy. Hey,
that's
I got a crack engineer if I ever need one, all right? So maybe we can make this 2 jobs.
Well, just don't tell him I designed it. That's
Oh, I no, look, the name
fine.
This Zan guy obviously made it.
Can I hold on to one of the copies I made?
Yes, of course, it's yours.
Oh,
that's your cut of the job.
Oh, great.
Remember?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And Teddy, speaking of cuts of the job and cuts on your body, do you want my guy to look at that?
Please fix him.
Fine. I mean,
just
so can I,
out of game. You totally don't have to.
I can be fixed, or I can have a copy of the thing.
No. You guys never asked how much you were getting? It's 300 gold a pop for each of you.
We're shocking, eh?
Yeah.
We never asked what the reward is.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we haggled for one at the start.
At the start, you got the levitation potion.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing fine with that. With most of my we don't need. I don't need. I mean,
hey, that's. I mean, you can always deal with it later. That's fine.
Is it? What do you reckon, Joey? Is it?
So he'll have to essentially.
Opinion of this.
He has to pay to get healed.
Yes. That's how.
Right. Well, I guess we should probably take this job and get our boy fixed with some of the proceeds.
Nice. Could we get the proceeds? Could we get an advance for Teddy, maybe?
For Teddy?
So we can go into this job fully stocked up.
That's true.
I'll get my guy here for you this afternoon. He has magic hands.
Ooh.
Not in like the
what sort
actual
of
magic sense, in like the
conjuration
figurative word magic where you know what, in this world it doesn't really work. He has very good hands.
Good hands.
The best.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Luanda seems very, very pleased with the situation. She's tidied herself away an extra 600 gold from this deal.
Wait,
You still get your cut, Joe.
how much do we get for this upcoming mission?
Wow.
Like she's halfway out the door, like, wait a minute.
You can see she's got a sly smile on her face and goes, you're learning. Good work, Joe. One day you'll be able to take over the business. I'll give you 250 for this.
250?
250.
Okay. Okay, well, let me just see my previous office here and how much money I have already. Yeah, 250 sounds great.
Excellent. Okay. So, Luanda spins on her heels and starts back down. Just for the bookkeeping here, Joe, you're going to get 300 for your cut of the scroll.
Sweet.
And then the whole party's going to get 250 for helping out Brian.
Not 250 each.
Not 250 each.
I do have a lot to learn.
Yes.
I was going to say it, but then I was like, Teddy wouldn't.
No. Yes. Very, very good. Thank you. Luanda kicks on her heels, and you've got the afternoon. It's not too long after that. You see Luanda pulls out one of these small circular stones, brushes her thumb across it, and starts speaking into it quite quietly.
I pull out mine really expectantly.
Yep.
Like, oh, here we go.
For those of you paying attention, she's looking Teddy up and down as she speaks. And if anyone would like to roll a perception roll to listen in on what she's saying.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, why not?
I got a 1.
That's real good. That's terrible.
13.
12.
Okay. Teddy, you hear part of the conversation. Teddy and Joe, sorry, you hear part of the conversation. Real big fella, leaving blood all over my floor. Yeah. Can you come this afternoon? Oh, you're a doll. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I know. Yep. No. Yep. Okay, bye. I gotta go. No, okay, bye. No, I gotta go. I gotta go do a job. No, it's... Yeah, I will. Okay, bye.
Can I, shake the stone and hold it closer to my ear?
Yep, you can. It's still not making any sounds. It's so weird.
How is Mackie?
Oh.
Are you asking Luanda how's Mackie?
Yeah.
She just stares at you blankly.
I wait for an answer.
Like a deer in the headlights. She stares at you. She's trying to compute. You can see all of the gears in her head whirring away. You can see a defeat. Like something takes over and she just looks broken. She goes, he's fine. And then she turns around, opens the door to the outside world and leaves. Through the windows, you see her just looking at the ground, shaking her head as she walks by. She looks sullen, but there's a light on the horizon that you guys might be leaving soon.
If I'd known we had more rocks, I would have just used the last charge.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm having this. I pick up the nearest item closest to me.
Where were you?
I suppose we're still up in Mackie's room.
All right, it's gonna be a candle or a pillow.
Oh, candle, please.
All right, you get a.
I'll go the pillow then.
All right, you guys start looting this inn. Let's do it.
I just realized I could make you fill in the holes.
Yeah. Okay, it's not too much longer before a woman arrives at the door and she does the secret knock on Mackie's door.
All right, I wait just a little second to see if she's going to just walk in anyway.
It's the polite door open, they crack it open and they move it slowly forward.
I watch her do it.
Yep. It's not Luanda, you see. It's a younger human female. She opens the door slightly, peers through and goes, I'm looking for Teddy? Theodore? Is he?
Teddy
and she
rips his mustache off.
Yeah.
It's me!
Yeah. She basically scans the room, sees the little gnome, sees the half orc, and then sees Teddy's iconic hairstyle, the beautiful blonde bob that is, and sort of goes, "Is Teddy here?" And immediately is just waiting for you to confirm that. And then the mustache is pulled off, and she sort of goes, "Oh, good. Yes. I'll need, she looks over at you, Gage, and Joe, and says, like, I'll need light, water, and something to keep him still. A rope, maybe, to tie him down. This could get painful."
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you don't travel with that sort of stuff?
I do have something of the sort, but if there's something that would make him more comfortable, I mean...
Teddy,
got
is
a
there
pillow.
a particular flavor of water that you would...
Gummy bears. Gummy
All right,
bear
I mean,
flavor.
I'll have
All
a look. I'm not really sure what's...
Yeah, you can go to the kitchen,
Yeah.
melt down some gummy bears.
Yes, please.
Yep, all right. Melt down some gummy bears and some water.
Yes.
Okay, you bring that back up. Do you want to tie up Teddy to this bed?
It took way longer than I thought, but I've done it, Teddy. I've done it. Yeah, sorry.
I guess I get down on all fours and then
Yep.
I look over my shoulder coyishly and tie me up. I don't know.
What?
I don't know why Teddy's doing this.
Why would he?
Go ahead.
She's opened this small leather bag and she's pulling out scalpels and large stainless steel bowls. Not stainless steel, ceramic bowls. Sorry. She seems to be pulling out all these devices and implements, and she's lying. She's basically like picks you up from all fours and goes, no, not yet, and moves you over to the bed and sort of places you down with your exposed wounds upward, and starts poking around. Yeah.
Oh, you seem to know what you're doing there, Miss...
A dolly.
Miss Dolly. Can somebody close that window? What's that? Teddy? Did you say something?
Joe.
I'm here, Teddy. I'm here.
I'm a little scared of these
everything's
things.
gonna be fine.
Look at that thing. Look at it.
Look at... What? No, that's... Oh, my God.
Yeah,
It's really
that's-
pointy.
That's not meant to be there. That's meant to be here.
Oh.
Sorry. Yes. Looking over, Dolly has this bleach white sort of pantsuit, I guess you'd call it, on, and she's got her hair done up in a ponytail, sort of like shortish brown hair. You can see that it's done very professionally. Keep it out of her face. The bleach white is obviously there, so that if anything gets on her, it shows up. You bring up the water, the gummy water, and Gage, you can be doing whatever you want. I see that you've got your spellbook open there, so I'm worried, but let's do it.
I was just thinking maybe of casting sleep on Teddy.
Yeah, man, for sure. Is this
a bit of a mercy? You know.
That would make it so much easier.
Yeah.
So Dolly is
Wasn't your first thought, Dolly? How many of these have you done? I mean, like, politely. I just mean, that seems like a fantastic idea.
That is. Can you do that? Could you put him to sleep? That would make
There's a possibility.
That would make this so much easier. Oh, it would literally take checks out required to do it.
Oh well, I mean, anything for less checks. Hey, I'm gonna try to cast.
Now, try to cast. That means that it's not on your list.
No, it's not on my list.
And that means that okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
You don't need, like, a spell card to do it. I mean, like, I'll try too.
No, that's not how any of this works.
Yeah, just-
Hey, I learned sleep.
Yes.
I'm magic.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Well,
what
funny
did
thing
you-
is, Dolly, I also have magic hands.
What did you roll?
13.
Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, that's very good. Okay, now roll me that D100.
90.
Hot diggity dog.
It's a big number.
You gain proficiency in all dex checks for the next hour if you don't already have it. You feel your fingers loosen up. You feel nice and sleuthy and all limbered out. You also successfully cast sleep on Teddy, and he just...
Oh, do I have to roll for that, right?
Ah, you're cool.
Okay.
He's able and willing to sleep, I
He
assume.
puts you to sleep dexterously.
Quite cunningly. Teddy falls asleep, and she's sort of looking over the situation and goes, "Oh, this is perfect. Thank you so much." Okay. And she just
no worries.
goes to work inside, and you can see sutras, stitches. She gets in there and sort of starts carving him up a little bit and then stitching minute pieces back together.
Can I watch, to try and learn stuff?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Can you roll me a medicine check then?
Actually, I got a 3.
A 3 plus...
No, I got a 2 plus 1, 3. So I'm there like, stroking my, falling off mustache. Oh, which I gave to you.
Unfortunately, you can't keep up with her intricate workings, but you do attempt, and that means something to you.
Can I sort of call her moves, but wrong? Like she goes to pick up scissors, and I'm like, oh, you're going to connect that bit, and she cuts it in half. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's what the 3 represents. Yeah, cool. That's how it plays out. So you can see her going to work with scalpel and spoons and all manner of different devices, getting in there. It takes an hour or 2. It's a long procedure. Every now and again, she'll turn to either Joe or Gage and say, "Could you just pat me down?" And her hands are covered, drenched in Teddy's blood. And she's got all the sweat beading down from her forehead, and she's basically asking to be pat down from the sweat beads.
No, I've got a bit of experience with the anatomy. He's losing a lot of blood there, I reckon.
It's look, he has been losing blood all night, so I'm just trying to stop him. He's a big, strong boy, though. I think he should be okay.
Okay,
Oh, Mackie, how did you get in that little stone? What?
It's really quite fascinating because the sleep spell usually only lasts a minute, but he's been out 2 hours or so?
Well,
He's a malleable boy.
narrative magic. So the afternoon sun comes to greet you, and Luanda pops back in at the end of the procedure. So Teddy, you wake up, and your stomach hurts more than it did before. You can see Dolly sort of patching up. She asks that the sleep spell be released. He wakes up, and Dolly starts gently poking some of the areas. And do you feel any pain there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I think you left some stuff out.
No. That's a good pain. Okay, now what about here?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Now what happened? What about this spot? Yeah?
Oh
Yeah?
boy.
Okay. Okay. Look, I didn't damage anything. He's still got full feeling. That's good. So what I'd recommend, Teddy, is
Where's my pillow?
Yep.
My pillow's not in there.
Oh
Is it?
no.
No, we didn't stitch the pillow inside you. No,
But I can't see it here.
no, it's just behind you.
Oh,
Just
it's-
knocked it off the bed here. There you go.
Yeah, phew. Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay. Do you feel how many fingers am I holding up?
Most of them.
Oh, that checks
He's
out.
got you there, Doc.
Yeah. I've never actually. That's a good one.
Statistically speaking,
I might use that one. So Dolly looks around, sees Luanda, and goes, "Oh, hello, Dolly." And Dolly moves over.
When did she? What?
Gives Luanda a big hug. She was standing at the door, actually.
Don't do that,
You and
Luanda.
Luanda, yeah.
She seems quite pleased with her stealthy entrance.
It's not funny.
Knock next time, hey?
It's basically a surgery, Luanda. We just had the whole knocking discussion yesterday.
She looks at the blood on the floor and just goes, "Yeah, it does. It looks pretty bad in here. Is he going to be okay? He looks okay." And Dolly says, "Yeah, he should be fine. He just needs plenty of bed rest, and we should be okay."
Teddy's immediately poking at his wound
Yeah,
again.
I figured as much.
I don't know if it's intentional, but I'm going to call her Patchwork Dolly. Because I like to.
Need more things to throw. So Dolly gives Luanda a big hug, spins around, glances over Teddy again, sort of like, and ums and ahs about the decision. Goes, no, he'll be fine. Turns around and goes, thank you very much. I'll see you all. Hopefully, I never see you again. Old joke. And walks down the stairs.
That was a bit rude. I would have been
took me a
fine
little
seeing her again.
Well, she's a doctor. She hopes she doesn't like professionally have to.
Oh, right. I see.
Never
I
heard
get
you
it.
laugh like that, Gage.
Well, I haven't laughed like that in a long time.
Oh, well, it's good that we've brought joy back into our lives.
How are you feeling, Teddy? Yeah.
You look great, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm hurt a lot. Like, real bad.
Well-
Really, really bad.
Yeah, but your organs all feel like they're secure in your bodice.
And I can feel every one of them.
Excellent, excellent.
Do you think you could go into this basement tomorrow if
Teddy
if you
tries to
feel
do a
up for that?
backflip.
All right, roll me an acrobatics check.
Oh,
It's 16 plus, I think, 4.
Standing backflip. Yep. Successful.
Holy shit!
Yep. It's perfect.
whoa!
The landing, you stuck it. Wait, does that mean...
Great. I think I'm all right.
Oh my! Wow! I've never seen somebody that size move that angelically.
The jelly.
With you.
Oh, by the way, it was gummy bear water that was used on you, so get ready for some repercussions there. There is a clapping from the Luanda, just being like, "Well done! Wow, that's incredible, Teddy. Can you do that again?"
I don't know. I rolled a 22.
What? Oh, wow! This mountain of a man just does a standing backflip again in the room.
Go for a third time. 16.
You stuck
Whoa! You're getting a little
down.
like close to that window, man. We're very impressed. Let's just not tuck you out, basically.
Don't open up that wound.
I see you starting to squat and trying to just.
Wait, one more time. Come on. Okay. Fine.
He rolled
18.
it. He got another 18. All right, the fourth backflip regains his composure in the center of the room. Luanda now stunned. Once again, you can see that sort of defeated look. Well, he's sprightly, so looks like you guys will be good to do that job tonight.
Yes. Oh, tonight.
Oh, yeah, tonight
Under
would
the
be
cover of darkness.
tonight would be ideal. The sooner the better. He had a. Are you okay, Teddy?
I need a nap. I
Let's
think.
have a little lie down there.
Okay.
We'll wake you up tonight, and then it's cosplay time. You'd like that, right?
Ooh, what are we going to be? Like, is it going to be like themed, or should we all be different?
What was the disguises you had laid out for us? Them
Oh,
like cleaning.
yes,
weren't they?
those are just cleaners garb.
And
We're going to be janitors.
yeah,
The greatest acting role of your life. No one should suspect that we're not janitors. We're going to be heavily mustachioed janitors.
Okay. All right.
But not until tonight. Like, first we're going to rest.
You're going to spend some time in the bathroom.
We
We got to
should.
get into character.
Yes.
Let's go.
Well, no, let's rest first.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to go get a head start on the sweeping and the, janitorial habits.
that sounds great. Actually, yes.
Work on some
I'll
cover
join
stories. Yeah, nice.
Cool.
you. Bounce ideas off each other. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll
Should we get the uniforms?
get the uniforms and
What-
just start sweeping, sweeping the.
Why don't I
house.
just run down? Can I
Okay,
run
we'll
down
start
and
with
get
the
them, bring
sweeping,
them
then we'll move on to bathrooms when we feel that we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
got the,
Well, I
the
mean, like-
sweeping down.
back? Teddy, it's going to be mostly basement work. We might not even see a bathroom while we're over there, so I just want to rip that Band-Aid off early.
Good point. Okay.
Right. But in like sweeping and fixing things and...
I got to reset. Okay. Janitor. Sweeping. Basements. Go.
You pretty much nailed it. Then that's about it. I mean, I haven't seen it. Luanda, is Luanda still here at this point?
Yeah. She's sort of taking all of this in.
So, like an expression like you yourself, Powers, have on your face.
Yeah. Very much a quizzical look. Again, that combination of defeated, worried, and questioning. Like, is this real? How did I get involved in this? What's going to happen next? Why?
Just why?
Why in general?
Luanda, have you been to Brian's place? The Brian whose basement we are going to...
Brian's. I've been to Brian's item shop. I haven't been to Brian's basement. No.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Strange place. Just look. I think it's one of those like art curiosity shops. Like it's got some weird stuff in it. Just don't judge him because he's paying a high price.
And,
all right, works for me.
And the store just sprung up, you say?
Yeah. Actually, now that you mention it, yeah, about a week ago. Item shop. Weird name, isn't it?
Yes.
Item shop. Shoppy.
Well,
feel like we can knock this one over tonight, nice and easy.
Sure. No, knock it out of the way.
All right,
guess.
perfect. Yeah,
Do we
Teddy.
know any information about what is down in the basement?
He did. Look, he's happy to pay a lot of money for what is probably just some rats in his basement.
Right.
Just look.
Well,
is he expecting us?
Yeah. I told him that 3 of my best would be on their way, and it's just around the corner as well. It's a layup. Not that basketball has been invented yet.
No, let's do it. I think it's going to be a slam dunk.
Okay, so I'll...
LaFonso!
Space Jam? Couldn't think of a reference.
Trying to work Kobe in here somehow. Anyway,
3, 2, 1, let's bounce.
Luanda rolls up the... oh, shit, I just got that. Luanda rolls up the... scroll that contains the schematic scroll. She puts it in a newfangled tube, clogs each end with cork, and it seems to be of a hardy sort of stern make so that it doesn't get knocked or ripped or anything like that. She pockets that away beneath her leather armor and goes, so it's just 2 blocks down, out your door on the left, you'll see it right there.
Is the plan for us to walk? I mean, it's cool. It's nighttime.
Ideally, I don't have the coach sorted out yet, but it's not too far a walk. You should be okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
so
let's get changed.
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, let's get our disguises on.
All right. By the end of tonight, we're all going to be very, very rich.
Hold on. Can I lick my thumb and stick one of his eyebrow mustaches down?
Yep.
Getting a bit more prickly.
Yep.
Luanda looks at you and goes, "That's very, very disturbing," and spins around and leaves.
Can I pick up the pants part of my disguise?
Mm-hmm. So just they weren't on.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Are we already dressed up and ready to?
No, I just you were only wearing the top part for that whole conversation.
I figured I was wearing my normal clothes.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, that actually makes a lot more sense. You wouldn't just
be naked
all the time. Yes. You guys get dressed. All right. Yeah. The afternoon sun turns into a dusk type area. The sun's setting low, and you've spent all day in your tavern, and you're getting tavern fever a little bit, sort of like the cousin of cabin fever.
Do a little fashion show for each other. Well, Teddy does. I don't know the other guys. Walks out there into the little
great.
I'm standing in front of a mirror going, janitor. That's all.
I'm placing my mustache.
Excellent. That scene unfolds. It it happens.
All right, guys.
Montage.
We better wait. How late is it? Are there people out? Basically, is what I'm asking.
Yeah, there's a few people out now. You reckon that it would be fairly easy for you to walk down the street incognito?
All right, guys. I think it's going to be fine for us to walk, not run. Walk down the street incognito.
Let's do this.
Just before we leave, I'd also ask Luanda, I'll say,
Hey, how long do you think this thing is going to go? Because I sort of promised a few people that I'd collect their dead later on tonight. So I don't want to, be a liar and let them down.
Can you roll an insight check for me?
sure. 16.
Oh, okay. Everything Luanda says after this stage is a lie, and you know it. You don't have to worry about that, Gage. I got someone to take over that job for you, so you don't have to do that tonight or ever again. All right, bye.
Sweet. I'm glad that was taken care of.
She was,
That could have been a huge pain in our backsides.
yeah, but she was clearly lying to me then.
Oh, really?
So let's do this thing.
Sweet.
Insert action music here.
Yeah.
Do we know the direction?
Yeah, you do. You know the direction
Couple
where it is.
houses
Like
down.
you've definitely walked past it at some stage.
Remember
And it
to
also
walk-
has Brian's item shop plastered over the front of it.
I think I've walked past this place once or twice.
Remember to walk like a janitor.
Oh,
Janitor. Janitor.
I get swept up in the music a little.
Janitor.
You what's the opposite of inconspicuous? No, you
Out conspicuous?
out conspicuous, extra
Are we there yet?
Yeah, you're there. Oh, hey, what do you know? You guys arrived outside, and like only 3 people saw you chanting the word janitor down a street.
3 identically dressed and
Yeah.
moustached
Yep.
figures, yeah.
You make your way to Brian's item shop.
Janitor.
Bing bong.
God damn. Ooh, okay. You make your way, and yes, you.
I don't think anybody's home. Right?
No. The lights are on inside, and you can see as you actually reach the shop. You see it's got sort of gaudy light illusions plastered out the front. The windows that you can see through. There's sort of like a weird section of items on display right now.
I thought that was like what did you call them? Light illusions.
Illusions, yes.
Right. I thought you meant being able to see through the window. I was like, some illusion.
Oh. No, you can see through the actual glass real life window.
Right.
In our imagination.
Yes.
And you can see through, and you can see a bunch of weird collection of items through the windows so far. A lot of them don't make sense and everything, but the door is. It says closed outside, but you can actually see the silhouette of a man standing at the door right now. And as you bing bong, the door immediately bursts open. And you can see a man with sort of a very, very pale skin. He's wearing a large sort of cowboy hat, like a sombrero style thing. He opens the door and immediately both of his arms shoot out wide like he's about to give you a hug. And he goes, Welcome to Brian Starr's item store. Come on in. And he starts shuffling back, and he starts moving back very slowly, and then sort of in a blink of an eye, he ducks and darts behind the counter. And he goes, Come on in. Don't be shy. Come on in.
Hi.
This guy's great.
We're looking for Brian.
Hey, hi, I'm Brian. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey there, guy. I'm Brian. Brian Starr.
Brian Starr.
Brian Starr. That's my name. Welcome to my item shop. Hey, what can I get you?
We heard you were after some cleaners, and here we are.
Hey, cleaners. That's a great idea.
You did send for a job?
Hey, yeah, I'm Brian Starr. I did that. Nice
Nice.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. If you could just point us to the area that you need cleaning.
Hey there, don't you want to peruse before you clean?
Yeah, I mean, what do you got? What specials are in?
Look right over here.
I look over there.
He directs you to the window that you could see through what looked like a lump. is actually a dog sitting in the windowsill.
No way, I thought that was a
Puppy. Puppy.
It's an old dog, like Lady and the Tramp style.
Alive?
Definitely alive. Yes. It seems to be chewing on something. You're not sure what it is. He points over towards that and goes, "Right here, we have a brand new dog."
Oh, I want. Teddy goes over to immediately try and pat it.
Okay, you go over and pat the dog.
Yes.
Yeah, be careful, Teddy. Be careful. Gently.
It's very docile. It seems it's loving whatever situation it's got right now. The attention, it's good attention. Teddy's probably really good with puppas.
Yeah, he's giving a big hug.
Oh, see now, look at that. Isn't that great? Look at all the fun and joy we have at Brian Starr's Item Shop. Welcome. Hey there, guy.
Hey there, Brian.
This is a real nice shop you got here, Brian.
Hey, thanks, guy. That's really nice of you to say.
I like saying nice things.
Hey, I like seeing nice people like you in my store, in Brian Starr's Item Store. Hey, welcome. Hey, what can I get you?
Well, we're the exterminators. So to
Hey,
speak.
exterminators. So you speak. You do speak. You speak really well.
I do. I aced English or common. Sure. What are we dealing with here, Brian? What's in your basement that has got you all worked up?
Oh, hey, the basement. Yeah, you know, guy, that's a funny thing about the basement. It's really weird. Why don't you just go on down and have a look?
You're not gonna give us any warning about what's...
Oh, you're going to have to let us in. I don't... Where is the basement, Brian?
Oh, hey, yeah, sorry, guy. Oh, it's just over here. He moves behind the counter. He gets a large iron key into a large iron lock. A large clunk happens. He pulls the lock away and opens up a trap door that has a ladder leading downstairs.
Behind the counter?
Behind the counter, correct.
Is he upstairs or downstairs?
He's upstairs. As in, like, he doesn't go down. He doesn't go down the ladder. No.
Just opens the
No, he just opens it up and goes, "Hey, there you go, guy. You guys are the cleaners. You're here to help."
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, Brian. We wouldn't have checked behind the counter like a sure
Oh,
shot.
hey, that's no problem at all. I'm here to help at Brian's Item Shop.
Is it? It looks dark down there.
It is dark down there.
Have you got lights or like a...
Oh, hey,
torch
lights.
or-
That's a really good idea,
That
guy.
would be a nice
Here,
item.
Just
for us
let
to-
me go have a look around. And he goes over to the counter and he just slams sort of his hand into one of the drawers sort of haphazardly. His eyes never leave yours. And he starts rummaging around inside and he pulls out a lit candle.
Can I pull out my candle?
You have a candle.
I have a candle.
You have a candle. Yes, you can.
I go, wah!
Oh, hey, look, that's neat. That's a neat trick you got there, guy.
Yeah. I need someone to light it, though. Have you got, like, can we touch tips?
Oh, yeah, here. And then, like, in a really awkward motion, the hand sort of jerks out towards you and it tries to find the candle, but it has a bit of trouble.
That's fine. You've seen E.T., right? I reach out my candle.
You reach out
to
your
it,
candle,
yeah.
and eventually it gets it, and then both candles are light. Hey, look at that! Now there's extra light, so you can see down there when you go and clean up the problem down there.
Nice. How big would you say this problem is down there on a scale of 1 to 10? Brian?
Oh, no, it's not a problem. Here at Brian Starr's Item Shop, every problem is just a solution in disguise. An opportunity in disguise.
Well, I'm
This
glad we
guy's-
could help.
Yeah, well,
You know,
you're
This
welcome.
guy's
All right,
zany.
we better have a look down in his basement for him. But sidebar. Can I a sidebar over here, guys?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, hey there, guys. I
Everything
see
is a
you're
dog?
looking at my bone. That's a real bone I got there. And you see a large, like, femur bone in a place of honor in the middle of the
Ooh.
store.
Ah.
Good bone.
As you take your
Interesting.
sidebar, that is.
Uh-huh.
Guys,
Yes.
I'm getting a bit of a weird feeling from this guy.
I just-
Doesn't seem
Yeah, I don't
quite
want
on
him
the level.
to shut the hatch on us once
That's
we're down
basically where I'm at. I think
Yeah.
one of us should try and stay up here.
there. Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Or at the very least, throw like some sort of chock so we can't close the door completely. You can't tinker with the lock or something? I could keep him distracted, maybe?
I could possibly Misty Step out of there.
Oh, wait, yeah, what are we talking about?
If that's an issue too.
I keep forgetting you have Misty Step. How could we be ever trapped anywhere
Yes.
with like a lock on the other side of a door?
I'm basically a god.
You could just, yeah.
Wait.
Yes.
Lock. We have Mackie. We have the thing. Let's call Mackie.
Oh my god.
We have a legitimate person to call Mackie. Let's go.
That's true. If we get locked in, we can just call the locksmith we have on our little
That's
speaker
even
button.
better. That's great.
I just, look,
Lucky we kept that last charge.
yeah,
huh?
out of the game, Anthony, you're a genius.
I know.
This is amazing.
It's
Just like a nice little bow.
uh-huh.
Wow. Just, bravo, my
Imagine all the things you miss.
All right. Well, I'm happy for us to all three go down there.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
that's
literally,
good.
what could go wrong?
We've
Get in the hole.
Okay, hands in. 3, 2, 1.
Janitor.
Janitor. Guys, that was terrible. Let's try again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Janitor.
Janitor.
All right, Brian.
Oh, hey there, guy.
Man, we're psyched up as much as you're psyched up, I hope.
I'm so glad to hear that.
That's excellent news. I'm going to stop slamming the table. That's excellent news. Do you mind if we go and fix up that problem right now?
No, that would make me so happy. That would make Brian Starr so happy.
Sweet. And you booked us through Lawanda again, didn't you?
Yeah, Luanda, she's a great gal.
Oh, she is. She's the best. Are you paying her or were you going to leave it with us? Either one's fine.
Just as soon as the job's done, I'll pay you.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure that we knew what was going on.
Yeah.
That suits us fine.
Hey, thanks. You guys are the best. It's so good to have friendly neighbors like this. You know, I opened up this store not too long ago. I'm Brian Starr, and I opened up this store, you know. And it's really good to have good neighbors like this, and I really enjoy that you guys came around to help me, you know?
Wow.
Thanks, Brian Starr.
I really like this guy. This guy's great.
Before we go down there, are there any items that you think we should have from the store that we could borrow that would help us out?
Oh, hey, you know that bone right there? That bone's it's a really great bone. I think you should take that.
Do you mind if I...
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea,
Did
guy.
you say it was like in glass or something?
No,
or-
it's just on the table right there. You can just reach out and grab it.
I just reach
with
out
your
and
human
grab it.
hand.
Yes. I mean, I do. Trustingly.
Okay, you pick up the bone.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for like my hand to explode or something.
No, it's just a bone on
All
a
right.
table.
I mean, I inspect
what do you-
it. It's just a bone.
Yeah.
Well, it's a theme.
Oh, well,
It's some kind of bone, possibly may or may not be from a human.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I mean, I got this.
Yep. You
And in the other hand, a candle.
candle and bone. The
Am I
classic
getting-
combo.
Can somebody open that hatch for me? If
Where-
it's-
It's still open. It's a ladder down, so that's going to be an issue.
And we're getting money.
Yes. Once we're done.
Right.
Let's go on in.
Gage, do you have a spare hand free?
Yes,
Would you like to
I
take
do.
one of these items?
sure. I'll
Your choice.
I'll take the candle. The bone looks
Nice.
quite heavy,
It really is. Here's your candle.
so I'll take the lead. I'll light the way, I guess.
Yep, okay.
Down the hatch.
So Gage is moving on down the ladder 1st.
Mhm.
Excellent. Who's up next? No, for no reason in particular.
That'll be Teddy.
Teddy's up next, and then you're coming down with your bone in hand.
Here we
Can I
go,
see
Brian.
Can I see the floor?
Yeah, it's not too far down actually, with a candle leading your way. It is just a basement down below it. What did you say to Brian? Sorry.
If we're not back in 30 minutes, come down and rescue. Send help.
Brian goes, "Oh, don't worry. I think I'll know when you'll be done."
Sweet. Well, I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I head down the ladder.
Should we give him the stone to call Mackie if something's wrong?
Hi.
No.
I'll-
We'll keep that.
Let's
wanna-
consider it for now.
I want to call it.
Yeah, it's really fun.
All right. Okay.
All right. So Gage, you make your way down to the bottom of this ladder. You can see on your left, there's 3 large wooden barrels on your left, and on your right, a stone wall with some empty bookshelves, completely devoid of books. So at this stage, they're just shelves. Can you roll me a perception check With your candle, you've got nice light so you can see.
12.
12? Okay. You hear a scurrying down here. It smells a little bit damp, and it's cool. The air down here seems to be still and cool. But immediately you don't see anything as you move around this quite a small room. It's only probably about 2 by 2 meters. It's actually quite cramped in here. So you move along. Teddy follows suit. Teddy, you get down to the bottom of this ladder, look up, and you can see Joe following you down. Joe, you obviously have your bone. You're good to go.
Yep.
You all get down into this room, and then you hear the familiar sound of wood creaking above you as the trapdoors.
Brian, no, we had items we wanted to buy.
At this stage, the only light in the room is the candle, and the scurrying sound gets louder and louder.
Did we not take Brian's candle off him? So
No,
it's
you
just
didn't.
one candle?
You've just got the one candle.
Cool.
So Gage has one candle, which I assume now you're all huddled around. That's how I have it in my brain. This scurrying gets louder and louder, and at the edge of your vision, Gage, with your dark vision, you can see a familiar shape of rats running towards your feet, and there seems to be quite a number of them. Like as you look around, your vault-like brain starts counting as many as you can see in this dim light, and there's 50, 100, 150 easily in your peripherals that you can see right now. After a couple of seconds of this scurrying, and by the way, guys, feel free to interrupt me if there's anything you want to do.
I've got my
broom.
Oh yeah, nice.
Your cane or your broom?
This is a broom. I'm still in janitor.
Oh, you're
mode.
janitors. You're janitor's
Yeah.
room. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, I
Sweeping
understand.
Sweeping the rats.
Janitor.
I was going to use my hand axe in the same idea, but I forgot I was holding a broom, or like janitors. Wait, how many brooms between us?
Do we have one each?
One each.
Well, you've got a candle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I definitely said you had two hands. I got a thing in a
You got
thing.
Yeah.
a bone.
Oh, I got a bone. Can I just start
Yeah,
teeing
caveman
off?
style.
Can I? What kind of broom do I have?
I'm going to go like a hard bristle push broom, you know? Like that old school broom. The one you'd use outside.
Okay. Would you say it's flammable?
Heavily. Yeah.
I dunk it in the candle. Is that how you do it? I hold it above the candle to,
Okay.
light the bristles.
Okay, yeah. All right, so a makeshift torch is going on here, and you want to brandish your bone?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay. Yep, this is how I intended this to go. All right, the scurrying dies down. The broom slowly takes light as the fire gets larger. More and more of the downstairs is revealed to you. And you can see basically every single inch of this basement is filled with rats. But
What are they doing?
looking at you. And now that you've got more light, you can see a very peculiar thing about these rats, that tops of their heads are exposed and their brains seem to be popped out the top. They are these sort of pinkish hats of their brains sticking out seem to be pulsating ever so slightly, and you can see every single one of these rats just looking at you with bewilderment and for those of you with proficiency in animal handling, longing. But they don't seem to be moving into your personal sphere of space. But they have taken up, if there is room, there is a rat in it. That's how I want to put this room. There is a bubble of light around you, and then there's rats, and that's it.
Guys, I think it might be time to start thinking about calling Mackie. Is there an exit that we can see just the way that we came in? Or?
Roll me. Okay. I'm going to call this I'm going to retcon an investigation check that you made before the room was filled with rats.
Was there a before the room was filled with rats?
For you, not really.
Okay,
but I'll.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only ever known that.
Would you say that the rats looked a bit sinister with the brains and everything?
I'd say that they don't look sinister in the classical sense, but they do have their brains exposed.
Uh-huh.
So, deal with that as you will. But it's not too long after these rats have created this rat ocean around you that you hear a soft voice in each of your heads.
Hello. We are the rats.
Brian?
No, not Brian. He is our puppet. We are the rats.
You certainly are.
We need your help.
You sent for us.
Yes, we did. We sent for you.
Do you need little hats?
Hats for
I can
rats.
see their brain. I can see your brains. It's
Rats
a
off.
little
Teddy.
strange.
That's a bit rude.
Well, it is
There's
okay.
a wardrobe malfunction.
We are a collective. We are a network. We are awakened rats.
It wasn't too long ago, buddy, that your organs were hanging out as well, okay? And nobody made fun of you.
No, I was offering to help.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, look, your heart was in the right place.
No one offered me a little hat for
Let's
my
hope so.
wound.
Your wound wasn't on your head.
True. That's true.
All right, well, look, let's just... Sorry. Rats.
Yes?
I'm sorry. I feel we started on the wrong foot. I am Joe.
Joe, nice to meet you, Joe.
Nice to meet you too, Rat Collective.
I'm Gage.
Nice to meet you, Gage.
And I tears his mustache off and says, I'm Teddy.
As you do your grand gesture, your lit broom moves around the room, and you can see the rats move in this sort of bubble formation around you, away from the fire, to give you plenty of space for your grandiose reveal.
The rats are also like, oh, it's Teddy. Yeah.
Not Teddy.
So here we are. I feel like that's very much holding up our end of the bargain. How can we assist you?
We thank you for coming to help us with our problem. We are hunted.
Each time you hear a sentence from the rats, it seems to be coming from different parts of this sphere around you, this sphere of rats around you, as though each one of them individually is sending a different word at each time.
But in our minds, like telepathically.
Internally in your brain, in your
Alright.
brain vaults.
Okay.
We are hunted. We are hunted. We need you to stop the hunting of us. We are hunted.
That's cool. Man.
What's
Sorry.
hunting you? Sorry.
Our enslaver, our slave master, he is following us. He is in the sewers behind. He is waiting for us. We are trapped.
Any idea of what this enslaver is?
You hear a sharp screech in your mind. It's not aggressive, but it's enough that it warrants a little bit of an ear poke. It's like, oh, that stings a little bit. And as this screech sort of ricochets around your head, you see pictures of a purple being with tentacles for a mouth.
How many of you guys are there? Surely you could overpower. Like, that doesn't look that crazy. What are those, tentacles?
They are tentacles. They will re-enslave us if we go near them. We are a collective, weak individually, but strong as a collective, as a network, as a collective.
I appreciate and respect the fact that you're made up of a lot of different voices, all somehow communicating as one. Are you collectively in this state because of the person enslaving you? Could you all communicate as one before you were enslaved?
No, they awoken us. They awoke us. They made us like this.
Okay, well, you know them best. You're enslaved, and we're going to help you. Have you got any ways to stop us three from becoming a collective?
Oh,
Like, if we walk up to them and then they just enslave us, well, then we're all in square one, stuck down here together.
yes, we understand. Don't let it eat your brain.
Oh, okay.
All right. I mean,
Okay.
that was pretty much always on the table.
Yeah, no, I'd like to keep my brain.
Yeah, me too.
My usual instinct is, yeah.
We are trapped here. We cannot leave. If we leave, it will re-enslave us.
Fair enough.
Right,
Well,
right.
It is waiting outside, out this door here.
And as it says that the rats directly in front of you seem to part ways. And you can see where there were stoneworks before, the stones seem to fall and crumble to the ground, and they leave an entranceway to some cavern beyond.
Just down there is old octopus.
Yes, there is a room that has a skull on the door. A skull and a spider.
Yeah.
Or we could just never go in there.
Hey, that's true. I mean,
We
these
could just
rats
glue
would
it
probably
up.
let us just walk out.
Do we have any glue?
We got wax.
Wax together
Glue.
the door.
Wait, what did you want to use the glue for?
Glue the door shut.
I
where the
love it.
Octopus faces.
That's true. I mean, we could just barricade the door. That might just save everyone a lot of time. This tentacle dude's like, okay, time to take over the world. Hang on. Hang on, this is locked. I can't.
Oh no.
Hey! So look, let's call that plan A for now.
Yay.
But let's see if we can't think of something else.
We are still hunted. If you do not stop the hunter, we will be hunted.
Well, I mean, like, that's a great point, rats.
We should probably get this thing then, I guess. Job's a job.
All right, well,
Unless you can get us out of the city safely without being dispersed.
Told
Well,
us about.
Why don't we just investigate what's in this cavern, and on our way out, we'll save this lovely collective of the Rat Union.
I mean-
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you show us the way, rats? I know that you've spread.
We will describe the way here.
And in front of you, the rats form a map that display different corridors in front of you. And you can see
That's the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
there's one rat that stands on its hind legs, and you hear the collective announce,
You are here.
and then a small squeak emanates from that rat. There is the corridor that you can see in front of you, and then the map zooms in like you were pinching and zooming in on Google Maps, and then it shows a more detailed explanation in front of you, and it has arrows that rats create these arrows that go,
Turn left at the first junction.
That's a write it downable.
after
have, you,
that.
have you got this down gauge?
I certainly do.
Yeah, I'll give you the directions. It's not very complicated.
Sorry, I was role playing.
Go left, there's a door.
We're in the car. It's like this door here. I'm like, oh, okay, rats. You could have just.
The rats do lay out, like, turn left at the first junction. After the second ladder, turn right. You will see 4 doors on your right-hand side. One of them has a spider and a skull. That is where the hunter is waiting, but in rat voice.
What's in the other doors?
We do not know.
Well, what have you been doing down here, rats?
Running away.
Oh, all right.
Avoiding octopus heads.
Well, let's do this then, I guess.
I can't stop thinking about the rats making like a map of Australia, then like a map of Queensland,
Yeah.
then a map of, and we're there like, oh my god, then a map of like Ipswich and the Greater Brisbane region, and then we're just like, oh, all the way down to like, yeah,
That's not Ann Street.
yeah. Sorry. Excellent. Well, I mean, like, let's go ahead.
Let's go.
I packed down. Do I still have like my weapons? Did I pack those?
Oh, yes. I totally forgot to tell you this morning when you woke up, there was a delivery for you at the door.
Yes.
Yeah, it was your lucky spear.
Can we like flash back?
Oh, yeah. Flashback to remembering. Ding dong.
I wonder what that could be. A clomp, 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 clomp. Hello.
Yeah, I got a package here for a Mr. Thunder. Yeah.
I don't know him. I've never met the
Hey,
man.
look, man, can you just sign for the damn package? You're right. I got a lot of stuff to do today, okay?
Sure.
Yeah, just sign here.
I give it like an X.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely don't sign my name.
Here
I'll
you
fall
go.
into that one
And he
again.
hands over a brown paper bag wrapped long object, and
Whoa.
poking out the top is a metal shard.
Oh, I got a lucky feeling about this.
You should. You want to take a guess at what it is?
I think it's those collapsible flowers I ordered.
The game is over.
I'm gonna do some amazing magic tricks.
It's your
Bunch
lucky
of
spear.
flowers.
It's your
Hey,
lucky
it's my
spear.
lucky
It's your
spear. Oh
lucky
my
spear.
God, guys, look, my lucky spear. That's like we fade back into the present.
Woo! Whew, that was fun.
Good thing you brought your lucky spear.
Yeah, I take it out like bunch of flowers. Oh no!
Why do they look so similar?
All right.
You guys gonna mosey on down? All right.
Yep.
It's pretty simple. After you get through this cavernous region, you actually open up to some sewers quite quickly. It smells pretty bad down here, but nothing you guys haven't dealt with before.
I take it we have our other items also, our usual cane, etc. Do we?
Yeah. You would have geared up enough.
Flashback.
Flashback.
Just Teddy just opening his cupboard and picking up his cane, then walking and closing his cupboard. Voila.
Okay, you guys start making your way through the sewers. Obviously, stop me if there's anything you'd like to do. And you make your way to these 4 doors, and you can see, sure as shooting, one of them, only one of them, has this marking on it. The others have no marking. And is anyone proficient in religion?
No, I am not, at least.
Negative.
No? Okay, no dramas. But yeah, you see out of these 4 doors, one of them has a skull and a spider. And it's not etched into the center. It's sort of crudely carved into the bottom right-hand corner of the door. But it is obvious enough if you were looking for it.
I like make eye contact with the others and sort of give them the and then I'd like to try the secret knock on the door, please.
Perfect.
I go with the first half of the knock.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like me to?
I'd like you to at least, do it.
And I wait.
Maybe it's not this one.
Maybe he's in there, but like he's busy and doesn't want.
Maybe he can't knock.
That's a good point. Tentacles, maybe. Maybe he's like straight up can't knock. Maybe, that might have been really rude of me, actually. I feel a little bad.
Already off into the wrong foot.
All right. Is there like a handle on the door, or is it just?
Yes, there's definitely a handle on the door.
All right, I might try the handle.
There's no other markings on any of the doors.
No. Just there's wear and tear on the doors. They look quite old, being sewer doors down here. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of obvious mark. This one is apparent. It's there on purpose.
But before we try this door, should we try some of the other doors? I'm just worried that like on the other side there's going to be a literal room of shit.
That's true. Yes. No. I'll open one of the doors.
Okay, cool. You successfully open one of the doors. You push it through, and you can see in front of you, it seems to be a large corridor, and at the end of this corridor is some kind of pump well device. You can see that it's magically enchanted to draw water up from beneath and push it into the pipes in front of you. And this area here is the main interaction for it. You're magically inclined enough to know that this is where the magic has been cast and where you would go to recast it if anything happened. It has actually a small clear window that you can see the water being funneled through, and you can see it moving at a rapid pace as well.
I'll let my friends know about this.
Anything we can use, maybe?
Doesn't seem to be anything of use in here. These seem to be points of interest if someone wanted to do something to the pipes.
Okay.
Or if they were janitors.
Oh, yeah.
Or also if they were janitors.
Should have done more research.
Those are definitely pipes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, like, I
Let's
guess.
go on the main.
Yeah, let's sort this guy out. Then we can come back and sort of poke around and pretend we, fix up the plumbing as well.
Take
Get an extra couple of GP on top.
Bit of a raise.
Yeah.
I'm going to try the handle on this door then.
Sure.
Okay.
Brian?
Oh, sorry, no, that was just Anthony.
All right. Put my hand on the handle and I twist the handle with my hand.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry,
Okay,
I attempt.
You do that successfully. It's about halfway through. There's and the door seems to be locked.
I cast mage armor on myself.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, roll a d20 for me.
That's a 20.
Oh my god.
Natural 20.
Ah, you win.
Natural 20.
You win the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
there we go.
well-
Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
it's way quicker than I was.
Yeah. Oh shit! I had a lot more planned.
Yeah.
All right. So the door seems to be locked in some way, shape, or form. It is an iron door, but and you can see it's built into the stonework around it, but nothing you couldn't destroy.
Gnome Tinkerer. I have a question. Is this door beyond your tinker abilities?
Well, I could give it a shot, or you could give it a pick with that bone.
I was going to say, otherwise I'm just going to whack it with this bone here.
You've got a bone to pick with.
I do. I do have a bone to pick with it. Do have a bone to pick it with.
Yeah, I'll have a
Yep,
bit
give
of
it a go.
Check, yeah.
Is my dex proficiency
Mhm.
still active?
Yep, sure is. Why not?
Awesome.
Let's call it that.
All right. Just add my proficiency to
Mhm.
my dex. All right. Okay.
Still don't want
So
to let this thing out. I don't know.
Got a bad feeling about this.
It seems like being inside this room is good for us. We have this door here.
Is it?
I
Is
don't
it
like
a
want
dex
to be behind
check?
on the other side of this door.
So, Gage, what you're doing is you're using your thieves' tools to unlock the door. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. And remember, you've got your crappy thieves' tools, so it's -2.
-2.
But you get proficiency, which is +2. So it averages out.
Cool.
Thanks for taking us on that journey.
So
I'm scared, Joe.
I got
scared.
a +1, so 10. Really.
It's going to be
Big
okay,
old
Teddy.
So,
All right. You managed to, after a while, get this door unlocked, but there is a lot of clicking, locking, unclicking, and unlocking that you do. Eventually leading to an unlocking, and you can feel the pins give way, and the door handle goes slack, and you can now open it.
But before we do,
Mhm.
I'd like to tell the game master
Yep.
that no matter what's on the other side of
Uh-huh.
this door, I'm going to try and deceive it.
Oh yeah. Just because I have
I
them
just
on-
wanted to give you a heads up.
Yep.
So when I say something dumb, you're not going to be like, what? You'll be like, oh, wait, he's trying to lie to
I
them.
always assume that.
I know, I was just trying. Yeah, okay, cool.
I always assume that's what you're doing. Okay, the door swings open.
Teddy clenches.
That's smart. The door slowly creaks open, iron grinding against stone along the ground. The sound emanates through this sewer that you've found yourself in. The smell, becoming accustomed to it now, is nothing compared to the sight in front of you as a large, long, flowing cape of inky black seems to float midair. Atop it, a large purple round head spins around. 4 of these quite long, about a foot long tentacles writhe and grasp around in front of them. Small beady eyes pierce directly at each 3 of you, and this floating octopus monster, garbed in large iron clothing and black capes, spins around, looks at all 3 of you, and internally, in your brain, just like the rats, it says, "Who are you?" The camera cuts to an entirely different scene. We see a small wooden table with 4 chairs around it. On the table, we see dice, playing cards, and an egg timer. A large crowd is standing around the table, watching the goings-on here, many of them whispering to one another. Only 2 of the chairs are occupied, the 2 seated figures sitting opposite each other. One of them has a deep black purple skin, ivory white hair, and fine features. She looks down at her hand of cards and chuckles to herself. The camera focuses on a card, and it is titled Mind Flayer. We see a cartoonish image of a purple-skinned, tentacled humanoid wearing plate mail armor. I've got you now. The woman opposite her has a hood up, but we can see pockmarks and blisters that ooze on her hands. Don't be so sure, I've gotten myself out of worse situations before. The woman with the white hair plucks the card from the deck and tosses it onto the table. It lands face up, displaying the humanoid tentacled Mind Flayer. The crowd watching this battle of cards and dice all gasp. and the scene goes black.